This is Seers Supreme, and he has embarked on a journey that he didn't need to, and nobody asked him to, but he did it anyway. Welcome to Supreme One Chunk Ironman Seers Village Edition. It has been 2 whole weeks since I've seen you, and can I just say, you are looking bloody fantastic. Amazing. So on the screen right now is the current chunk goals. We've narrowed it down to the last 8. However, stick around to the end of the video because there has been some massive changes in the last few weeks, which has meant that things have got a little bit more difficult for us. But let's carry on with the video. Just been watching Faladaddy's live stream, and he noted something that was very, very important to this account. He was doing all of his stuff that he was doing, and when he went back to his bank, he was just showing the stuff he'd got, and he hovered over the sturdy beehive parts, and he right clicked to let everybody know, which I think was, just an off the cuff thing. Didn't really mean much, but he said that they high alk for 3k. That to me is super important, super duper important, because I think the highest high alk thing we have are the staffs, which is 900 GP. And if I've got to get to 1.2 mil with those things, it's going to take me a while. Whereas, if I can just save up enough of these, it will be 3 times as fast. And there you have it, look at that, right on cue. So we can examine that. 3k high alk value. That is so good. So I'm going to be spending some time now while woodcutting, collecting sturdy beehive pots. And then we'll see how far we can get with nature runes. And there you have it. We'll be out of this chunk in no time. I have finally done all of the flax that I had in the bank, and I made them all into bowstrings, and it got me to 16 crafting. Now with 16 crafting, what that means is we can cut red topaz. Now, there is a chance that I will break this, and if I do, I will probably go and get another one until I do make it work. So I want you all to cross your fingers for me, because this is the moment of truth. This is the most high octane thing you're going to see on this channel ever in the history of time. Yes! Get in there. We're professionals. We don't mess up. Well, everyone, we just reached a massive milestone. We have gone above 10 million XP on the account. I was so entranced by click tree, do nothing, that I just completely missed the 10 mil. But it's still pretty big. It's pretty big. For saying that I started this account in late October 2023, and it's now end of January 2024. That's quite a lot of XP to get in such a short amount of time. And obviously, almost 7 mil of that is in woodcutting, because we love to AFK. Hey, 93 woodcutting. That is pretty big. Not many more levels now. I'm cutting maples on my own because I think it's a better overall, maybe not better, maybe the right word is quicker overall pet chance. Even on my own, actually, just because I can cut more logs more efficiently, because trees aren't disappearing every 3 seconds because everybody's clicking on different trees. I'm not salty at all. So I'm going to do this for a while. I think maybe even willows and oaks might even be better because you can chop them faster. But I don't know, maybe maples average out a bit better with my gear and my level. Don't know. But we're doing this for now anyway. Here we go, mystery box time. Ugh. What? What? Everybody, we're here. One more lamp. What does this lamp mean? You know what this lamp means. It's 20 bloody crafting. So we can now cut sapphires, which is great because we've got like 8 of them. But more than that, it means that the leather that we said a few episodes ago that we were going to save for the Elemental Workshop 1 quest step, we can now finally use that. So I'm going to take a needle, thread, and the only leather we've got, and the only leather we can get, which is why when we start talking about the requirements for crafting, the level 50 crafting we talked about a while ago, that now no longer matters. Because, I forgot the bloody key, because you need a leather to make the cape pouch, and because we can only get 1, I've decided instead of going to 50 crafting to do that, it's more worthwhile for me to use it on the quest, because what potentially we can do is once we finish the quest, or once we finish this step of the quest, we can also try and lamp for, I think it's 20 smith. Did I not take that key out? Run that back, replay it. What's going on? Anyway, this would usually be cut out of video, but because I'm bloody talking, we got to keep that in. Yeah, so once we've done this step, we can also then lamp crafting, smithing, get 20 smithing, and then we can actually finish Elemental Workshop 1. Now that's pretty big, and I guess the decision I've got to make is, do I lamp 20 smithing and then carry on lamping crafting, or do I finish off crafting, because we'll probably need to cut a diamond, and then do smithing afterwards? And right now I'm thinking maybe it's better to do smithing first. But there's the leather used, there's the thread used, and they're fixed. So that ticks off another thing. So the next steps of this quest are essentially, now I use the elemental ore on the furnace and make a bar, and then I go downstairs, I smith that bar into the elemental shield, and bosh, we're done. We get some crafting XP, I think we get some smithing XP, and life feels good. And actually I might get a couple of levels from that crafting XP, which would be nice as well, because that'd save me a bunch of time trying to get uncut gems from things and feathers from the forestry events. But nice, we're making progress. We're almost out this chunk, and the cat just scared the shit out of me. What's your problem, bro? I may or may not have forgot to pull this lever. Or lever. You decide. I might actually continue this quest a little bit, just to, I can't remember exactly what happens. A stone bowl. What's gonna happen here? Make some lava. We put the lava in the furnace. Okay, so that's now on. I wonder... I don't think we can actually smith anything in there, or smelt anything in there, because A, I don't have the level for it, but B, I don't have the ores for it either. I mean, I've got myth, so I guess if we get our smithing up high enough for the quest, maybe that unlocks having to smith something myth-wise, potentially. I mean, I've already got a bar, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have a look at that, see what comes out of it. Okay, I was reading the quest guide on the wiki, and it literally says this furnace cannot be used as a regular furnace. It can only be used to smelt elemental bars. So, phew. I've only just realised that I got 20 crafting. I was like, oh, I can cut sapphires now. And then I just went straight back to chopping trees. Just chilling. So here I am, actually cutting all of those sapphires. So I've got 35 in the bank, and I'm fairly certain this will get me to about 23 crafting. I need 27 for emeralds, so it's not going to quite get us there yet, but hopefully with various drops from various, well, maybe not so much drops, maybe it's more random events, getting uncut stuff, getting flax, that kind of thing. It won't take us too long, and as I already told you, I'm probably going to be lamping smithing now so I can finish off Elemental Workshop 1. So that'll put that to the wayside, I think. Crafting for now, but we'll see what happens, won't we? Okay, a lamp. So like we discussed before, we've got a crafting to 23 now. We have a semi-consistent way of training it, I guess. It's not really great. Actually, I probably wouldn't say it's semi-consistent. I'd say it's like a 10th consistent, because I can consistently get certain supplies, but there's other supplies that I cannot consistently get, like thread, for example. So instead of continuing to lamp crafting for now, we're going to switch over to lamping smithing instead. So there is our first 10 XP of smithing on the account. And the reason I'm going to go put all my lamps into smithing now is I would like to get to 20 smithing so that I can finish Elemental Workshop. Not only because, you know, we're in Seers Village, we might as well finish Elemental Workshop if we can, but also it gives me 5k XP in smithing and in crafting, which, to be honest, is a shed load of supplies saved if I can do that. So we'll see what happens, because again, it's going to take a long time to lamp to 20, and there's no real other way of me getting smithing XP, so you know, we might be out this chunk before I even get there, which is, if it's the case, then maybe we backlog the crafting grind. I don't know, it's just time, innit? Time will tell. I had my wisdom teeth out yesterday, so not feeling too good today, but we've come to a big milestone, another big milestone. I mention big milestones relatively often, but we are only two logs away from 94 wood cutting. And you know how it goes, you start recording a clip and then you think, oh, this won't take very long, I'll get a preamp there with a little preamble, but here we are, still waiting for this bloody level. How are you today? You good? Hope you've been happy this morning. Oh, there we go, look at that. Here it is, 94 wood cutting. And here comes the beautiful clan being beautiful people. So we're still searching for the pet, but like we discussed all the way back in episode 1, we're going to be either getting the pet or we'll be getting 99 woodcutting. And then a lovely viewer on one of my videos recommended that the way to get around still being a Supreme Chunk account, but still being allowed to progress so that you don't wait for ever. The suggestion was to, if I finish this chunk and all I've got left is Rocky and Beaver, as an example, then all I have to do is in the next chunk I roll, I'll have to get 99 again, or the pet. So just to kind of over-explain the point again, that would mean that once we get to 99 in this chunk, in the next chunk we'd have to get another 13.5 million XP, or the pet, before we could then move on again. So let's just say randomly I got MacGruber's Wood. There's probably 2 tasks in there to do with the guard dog, but I would also still need to do another 13.5 million woodcutting XP. So that's where we're going to do it. I hope everyone's happy with that, but it's a big level. Nice one. I think, and this is just initial testing, but if I literally just step here and let him move, I think it resets his timer, to which he won't teleport through the wall or just disappear. And I can actually just keep him in this corner indefinitely. Because I've been here for about, I would say, 14 minutes, give or take, and he hasn't moved yet. Which is good news, because it means that I don't have to worry about, you know, having to try and get them back into these corners and do whatever. You just every now and again, just step away, and then he does the walk, and that resets the timer, and then he should eventually just wander back into the corner. I mean, even here he can't get out. Like all the way up to like this point, he won't be able to leave. So I think I've just saved myself a very, very long time. And right now what I'm doing is I'm literally just doing AFK woodcutting until I get all my HP back. Come in here, losing all my HP to these men and women pickpocketing, and then going back. And I'll just do that for ages. Then I'll do a bit of magic training, and then also hunting implants. I've got the drop tables to my right, and I'm kind of keeping track of what I'm getting, because I don't have to get all the drop tables for imps, and that was made very clear by Buzz when he set the rules out. However, if I get close before I leave the chunk, I may well, because at the minute all I've got unlocked is I think I just saw one. All I've got unlocked is baby, young and gourmet implings, and I'm not actively training hunter anymore because I'm training other stuff. So I think it's reasonable to expect that at some point I'll probably have most of the drops, but we'll see where we are when we're getting ready to leave the chunk. Does anyone else get exceptionally nervous when you get down to like 4 HP, especially as a hardcore Ironman, that for some reason the next time you click on these guys they do more than 1 damage? Is that just me? Because I'm convinced right now, like if I click on that guy, he might just do 4 damage and then I die. So I just leave instead. I'm scared. Number 300. And I'm sure I don't need to reiterate this point, but I'm going to. I still don't have any easy clue steps in my chunk. I've not had one. I mean, technically I've had one that's in here, but that doesn't really count because yes, it's in my chunk, but also I can't get in there, so it's an inaccessible part of my chunk. So let's cross our fingers. Number 300. Bearing in mind that we are now, well, not just yet, so it's a 1 in 80, so we are currently over 3 times dry, and at 320 easy clues we will be officially 4 times dry. So let's see if we get some luck.
No. Okay, that goes on the floor. We'll get some luck at some point. I'm kind of hoping it's the beaver rather than easy clue, but you know, we're working hard. When I log back into RuneScape after taking a break for whatever reason, the region locker plugin decides to take the graphics back to, I don't know, 2001, and it makes it look like this. And you know what? I kind of like it. You know? I'm kind of here for it. It's a bit grainy. It's a bit retro. And I think it looks nice, personally. So let me just turn it off and then back on again. And hopefully it doesn't mess the recording up. It messed the recording up. Hold on. I'll fix you. There we go, we fixed you. 2 young implants, bloody hell. Okay. And that's what it looks like with the region locker plugin on. So, I don't know, I'm kind of about it. You know what I mean? Kind of like it. And in one more pickpocket. 50 thieving. We are hammering these thieving levels out now. I'm going to be pickpocketing for the next 10 years of my life, but it's feeling good so far. No Rocky Pet there, yo. You bet, yeah, yo. Jesus Christ. Can I just talk properly once, please? No Rocky Pet, though. But, you know. We've still got another 1.6 million pickpockets to go still. What a life. What a life I'm leading. I love this game. The last lamp of the first level. We are now to smith it. Which means we can smith bronze maces when we can get some tin. Or bronze bars. But it means that we are now one step closer to getting 20 smithing, which we're going to have to lamp all the way because there's literally no way for us to get any smithing XP in this chunk. But we've got so long to go before we get Beaver, Rocky, or 99 in both of those skills, and the big 79 magic grind. So I just assume we'll get to 20 along the way anyway, so pretty good. Exciting times, eh? Yeah, woo! Go Hannibal, woo! I don't know what other noises there might be, but woo! Hey! Go on, son! You're doing the family proud. Or something like that, I don't know. 95 woodcutting. So we still don't have the pet, but you know, we'll be 99 soon enough, and then we just ignore the pet until the next chunk. You know, we do what's necessary here in Seers Village. I am very silly. I should have been wearing the studded chaps. They're the best in slot. Why have I not just been wearing them? Like, my defense bonus goes from bloody 17, 22, 17 up to 32, 38, 30. What is wrong with me? Is this my first time playing this game or something? I got these studded chaps ages ago. Like, absolutely ages ago. I'm wild, I am. Jesus Christ. Oh, 100k. We're halfway to the first thing that we need to spend money on. And we are maths amount of way away from the 1 extra mil we need after that. So we're making good progress, you know. I'm not really complaining about this. I mean, it's only small amounts of money each time, but I haven't even got to the high alk yet. And that's going to go shooting me up there.
I was editing and I completely missed 70 attack and 80 combat. My bad. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we'll swap back to strength and we'll get that up to 70. I might just stop doing defense now. I don't know if it's worth me getting the defense levels or whether it's just hammering as much into like strength as possible now. Get it to like 99. That might be better because the more I can hit on these things, the quicker I'm going to kill them. So yeah, we'll give that a try. Why not?
Do me a solid. Come on. Yes. Get in, son. That's what we like to see. Some nice runes. We are kind of working our way through magic quite efficiently right now. I'm killing air elementals till I've got about 1,000 air runes, and then I come over to men and women to kill them for the experience, using up all my mime runes. I've only got 544 left, and then once I've finished with the mind runes, I'll move on to chaos, and then I'll move on to death. And the idea is to get to 55 magic, and then I can use high alk, and then I'll just high alk a load of stuff, hopefully get 1.2 mil, tick those two things off the list, and then by then the hope is I can just push for those final couple of things, the magic level and the pets. So I've been doing this for a good month now, a few weeks maybe. I've just pickpocketing things, men and women. I shouldn't really call them things. Killing elementals for runes and then using them on the men and women, and chopping trees, hoping for pet. So we'll keep going, but this is the way I'm getting food at the minute. I'm just buying 4 pies off this man and then taking those down into the workshop. So it's fun. Done this a billion times now. There's 50 magic. We are so far away from 79. So far away. But really what I'm looking for right now is getting to 55 so that I can do high alk. And then that means that we can hopefully get 1.2 mil from all the stuff we've been saving up over the last, 40 in-game days, which is probably be like 4 or 5 months worth of time. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with this. This progress is moving forwards, which is always good. Because I had a feeling that we'd just all of a sudden just stop and not be able to make much progress, but we are. So good job me. We have announcements to make. So 2 things, quite important big things, I guess. I'm recording this specifically from far enough in the future that I'm actually about maybe 2 weeks ahead, 2.5 weeks ahead of the last clip in this video. So what I'm about to show you is actually a sneak peek into what will be happening in the next episode. Oh, it's exciting. So number 1 is that the forestry update happened very recently. Forestry part 2.4 or whatever it is. Forestry part 6. I don't know. Whatever we're up to now. And basically they have removed all of the items that you need to spawn events, which obviously most of you are probably aware of right now. But what that has meant is that we now have 2 extra things that we need to get, and they are very clearly right here. The fox whistle. Oh, you can't even see my cursor. There you go. Whoops. Uh-oh.
pretend that didn't happen. We got the golden pheasant egg and we got the fox whistle. So that's 2. So if in the last episode, just to recap, this said 203, 204, 203. It said 203. So there's been 4 extra things. So 1 is fox whistle, 1 is golden pheasant egg, and the other one is the Twitcher's gloves, which are now a permanent item rather than a temporary item with charges. So they're the 3 things that came out of the forestry update. So that's important update number 1. So that means, you know, we're going to be spending a lot more time wood cutting, which is fine because we need the beaver or 99 anyway. So I guess it's okay. And then the other thing is that good old Source Chunk, the man, the myth, the legend himself, has done a massive chunk picker overhaul, added in lots of cool stuff, added in lots of different ways to approach chunk tasks, and he's tightened it up a bit so that now there are extra things included in the chunk. So the 4th and final task that we need to get is to buy a player-owned house. So I can buy a player-owned house, I think, without actually having a portal to take me there, which is good. It does mean I need to get some more money, which is not so good. But that is another task that's on the list. And just to be upfront and honest with you right now, I have not checked. I've not checked his maths, whether he's right or wrong. I'm just assuming he's right because he usually is. So that'll be another thing that's on the list. So instead of having, 9 or 7 things left, I guess, we've now got a few more to get. We've got about 11-ish, 14, I can count. Maths whiz. So, yeah, let's go through and tick off some of this stuff, shall we? Because I think we didn't get that much done this time. We made a lot of progress, just didn't tick anything off. So, diamond, cast entangle for magic. We need the hard leather body still. Twitch's gloves, we need to get them. We did Elemental Workshop 1, so that is a gonzo now. Beaver, Rocky, the Fox Whistle, the Golden Pheasant Egg, Player Own House is the new one, 1 mil for the bank space, and the Gravestone. So, you know, we made some progress, and some progress is better than no progress, and I'm happy with that. So, yeah, that's it for this video. We're really making some. Actually, before you go, and so do I want to show you this other cool thing that Source has put into this. So you can now hold control, and it comes up with these little tag things, and now you can add your own little custom tag. So death chunks and all sorts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add fire making to this one, because this has 99 fire making in it, and this one has quite a large farming requirement, I believe. So I'm going to add a little watering can on that one, and these two are just this is just easy scape stuff, so don't worry about that. So yeah, this video is now about to end, but of course I just want to tell you guys that, you know, I'm here for you. You deserve the world, and if I could give it to you, I would. But I'm just a humble little YouTube boy who is trying to do some fun stuff on YouTube, and I can't really give you like millions of pounds or that new car or, you know, whatever it is that you want. But what I can give you is these few words. You're doing alright, mate. You're doing alright. See you next time, babies.